Super Mario 3D World. Wow, I mean, what can I not say about Super Mario 3D World that hasn't been said already? Um, Super Mario 3D World was a really wonderful game. I mean, it was one of the reasons that I bought a Wii U for myself. However, I want to talk about the things that I think Super Mario 3D World made wrong, things that I think that they should have been doing better, um, and how they could improve it. Um, I mean, Super Mario 3D World is an amazing game. I mean, for me, it's the most graphically wonderful in this generation. I mean, they looked like figures, like plastic figures. But I want to talk about why I think the Super Mario 3D World was not like a big Super Mario like Super Mario Galaxy or one of those. Just to warn you, this video is going to have spoilers. The first mistake that I see in the game is with the double cherry. It's an item that makes like a duplicate of you, and more you obtain, more duplicate you create. Now, you can see there that I lost one, and when I get to the end of the level, I get some points. Now, something that I would really like to see is that the game tells you that, oh, you can achieve, or you could have achieved um, uh, this amount of duplications, and that way it can make the game more playable many times. I mean, I would really want to see that in the game. Next problem that I see is that there is a bots that when you get inside, you can throw iron bullets automatically. You can stop the bullets by pressing and holding the round button, but that thing is like a mechanical breaker, because the idea of a run button is like to run in open areas and then be slower in smart placing when you are not holding it. Also, that those iron bullets can hit your mates and it can mess up the entire play. It may be harder to control, but I mean, we are going to see why this game is really bad and making things harder or easier. Another problem that the game has, and it's more technical, but is the draw distance. I mean, you can see in the game that there are trees and ponds that appears out of nowhere, and I'm like, wow, I mean, the developers couldn't I don't know, just download all the near objects, or at least they could have just locked the camera. Next issue to address: it doesn't matter in which direction you hit the question boxes, because all the coins and items are going to come out from above. I mean, it's not like Super Mario DS from the DS system, that depending in if you hit from above or from the bottom, it will come out in the opposite direction where you hit it. Next issue. Something that I talked later about, that they make some things easier and other harder, isn't in this level. I mean, you can see the enemies even though it is completely dark. I mean, I don't get why they didn't put it all dark and so play with that thing of mystery. And also, this level is one of the latest ones. In the game, you can select between 4 characters. One of them is Princess Peach, and when Princess Peach gets like a propelled block, she cannot use her ability. I think that's like is unbalanced in the mechanics of the game. Um, I mean, Luigi and Toad can use their ability with the proper block, and I don't know. I think it's kind of bad that she cannot use it. Rosalina, one of the unlockable characters in the game, cannot use her ability when she gets a power up, and she cannot use it with all the powers. She cannot use the spin with the fire flower, with the tanuki, with the boomerang, or cat, with neither. I think that's like a lost opportunity because it will be like really fun to see Rosalina combine her ability with the other power-ups, and also that she becomes like a really slow Peach with no ability to float. When Peach can float with those abilities inside. Another thing about Rosalina, and is that she cannot do like a jump, spin, then wall jump, and then spin again. Something that she could do in. Well, you could do it in Super Mario Galaxy. I believe that if they put Rosalina in the game, it's because you want us to feel that we are like playing Super Mario Galaxy, or in a different way. However, something that I found interesting is that when you do a long jump in Super Mario Galaxy, you like lose some speed, and when you do in Super Mario 3D World, actually you don't lose any speed. It's something that they fix, which it's good. I play with the nunchuk and Wiimote, and I found them really weird. Just wait here a second. This is the Wii remote and the nunchuk. In the game, you jump with this button, with the A button, and then run with this one. And with this button is the same that you attack, and the same that you make the spin. So if you want to do the spin in Rosalina, you have to do this and then this. Press the button. The ones that play Super Mario Galaxy knows that you have to jump and then move the controller. I think that's like a lost opportunity in the mechanics in Super Mario 3D World, and I believe that they could have done it better. I know that all of these are small mistakes, but at the end they become in a bigger one. Other issue that is in Super Mario 3D World, and is that all the content that is in Super Mario 3D Land, the prequel Super Mario 3D World, it's also in Super Mario 3D World. The Tanuki leaf, the boomerang flower, the fire flower are all in Super Mario 3D World. And it's something that has happened recently. It also happened with Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8. They got the same car airplane, the car aquatic, and the worst part is that they didn't make worth that those power-ups were there. They just appear like, oh, some in a time, and they don't squeeze all its potential. And all the levels are designed to be played with the Mario Kart suite. Now, let's talk about another way to play Super Mario 3D World. I play it with the Wii remote. I mean, it's not with this, it's just with this. And I will say that it's really comfortable. I mean, it cannot be compared with the Wii U gamepad or the Wii U Pro controller because of the joystick, but I found it really good. The problem with it is that when you die or you pass like at another area in the same level, the camera resets and it puts in the same position, in a position that helps the game with a joystick, not with a like a cross. So at the end, if you want to play with just this, you probably just like pressing the up and right arrows at the same time. Further issues, if you have a power up inside, and also you have a saved power up, and then you want a third power up, the one that you have saved disappears. It's something that also happened in Super Mario 3D Land, but I mean, they could have just like take out the saved power up and put the new one. I mean, it basically just disappears. And I mean, you can, I mean, it sounds silly, but you can like take it for accident and I mean, why to not do it in that way? Why just to make it disappear? A thing that annoyed me when I was playing Super Mario 3D World is that the gamepad is not useful in all the game. I mean, in normal levels, you just use it to like stop monsters, collect coins, and when there are like levels that they really use it, they just like, oh, it's just to open doors and move some platform when you touch it, and you blow it, and other things just move. I mean, the Wii U gamepad has like a lot of possibilities. I mean, it has a camera and NPC, gyroscope, and they just use it for that. I mean, even Rayman Legends made use of the gamepad more than Nintendo did with the Super Mario 3D World. In New Super Mario Bros. U, a game that it was released like, I think, 1 year or 2 before Super Mario 3D World, you just could like make platforms in the air. That's it. At least in the game, you could play with 5 people. In this game, you cannot. You have to always use the game to control a character. It's not like, oh, 4 player can play with this and 1 with the gamepad. No. If you want to play with the gamepad, it has to be like 3 with character and you with the gamepad. It doesn't matter in which direction you are seeing or in which position you are, because the soccer balls will always be thrown in the direction that you are watching. I mean, it may sound silly, but I think that it's just like really unrealistic. I mean, yeah, for maybe a kid it will be really easy, but for me that was like thinking more like in a realistic way was really complicated. I mean, just look how I'm playing against Bowser. I mean, it just confused me that you can play the same way that you're playing the real world. I mean, it's not the logic of the real joy, it's like the Super Mario 3D World logic. Okay, now we get to the point that this is one of the worst mistakes that the game has, because it also like make me like not playing anymore because I just can't be good. And it's about the joystick. The joystick is really unsensitive. I mean, it cannot detect precisely all the movies that you do in it. It's like when you play Pokemon um, X and Y. I mean that you can just move through um, 8 axes. I'm going to show you a video that will explain it better. Okay, now I'm going to play a game that was released for the Nintendo DS. It's called Super Mario 64 DS, and it was a console that just has the arrows. It didn't have the joystick. So I'm going to start moving and slowly turning to the right. And you can see that just when I'm turning like a lot, is that Mario starts like moving. And that's because, I mean, the game was not designed to have a joystick. It was designed to have like arrows, like a cross. Now I'm going to play Super Mario 3D World, and I'm going to do the same thing. I start moving, and just when I like halfway between up and right, is that Mario start like turning. See what I'm referring? I mean, it's really unsensible, the joystick. And that's something that when I'm trying to like do things that I used to do in Super Mario 3D Land, I'm going to show you how it's in Super Mario 3D Land. I just can't do it in Super Mario 3D World. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing anyways, and you can see that moving, I just have to move it like a little bit in order to Mario to catch it, to react. That's what I'm referring to the joystick in Super Mario 3D World, that Super Mario 3D World doesn't catch all the movement that is doing with the joystick. This is something that I think is like the worst thing around Super Mario 3D World, and it's that for the Wii U it was not like a big Super Mario 3D. I want to give some context. Like around 2013, 2012, Nintendo already have said that they were not going to make another Super Mario Galaxy because they want to create new mechanics, they want to experiment, they want to do something new, something innovative. But then we get this Super Mario 3D World, a game that has the same mechanics as Super Mario 3D Land, a game that can build a new Super Mario Bros. That you can like make another and another, and just can like throw items at it and say that it's a new game. I mean, you cannot compare this game to a Super Mario Galaxy or Super Mario Sunshine, because this is, and that would mean that actually the Wii U didn't have like its proper made Super Mario in 3D. Okay, the game now is in the price like around $20. If you are not interested in like playing in Nintendo consoles and you have a Wii U, I recommend you to buy it. More if you have like people to play with. I mean, now if you have as Nintendo Switch, in the day-to-day that I'm recording this, they are not like Super Mario 3D World for Switch. But if there will be someday, okay, to be realistic, I mean, it will cost $40. But I mean, please Nintendo, at least like fix all the mistakes that I talked in this video and make something better. And also, please make a online mode. I mean, if we're paying for online, at least I want an online mode in most of the Nintendo games. We are paying, we deserve it. Now, if the games is more like $50 or $60, I would say no. We shouldn't be paying like more than 40 for a port of another game. More for people who have had a Wii U and now it's having a Nintendo Switch. Well guys, I just want to recall that Super Mario 3D World is still a fantastic game. I still love it. And no more. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful life. Good night. Okay. Oh, that's how you do it? I saw you. I saw you, frog. I saw you. Take it. Fuck. Take it. Frog. No. Let's go. This. Oh no, they're going to coming out. Well, stay there, witch.